of Kecoughtan High School, Channel 5 presents Peninsula District Boys Basketball. The Kecoughtan Warriors hosting the Phoebus Phantoms. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hintz. We welcome you to Kecoughtan High School for this game between the 10-0 Kecoughtan Warriors. They're 12-1 in total and ranked number 4 in the state, versus the Phoebus Phantoms under first-year head coach Gene Jones. The Phantoms struggling at 2-9 and 3-11. Anytime these two crosstown rivals play, there's always going to be some fireworks.
Well, Tim, the first time they played over at Phoebus, with 40 seconds to go in the game, either team could have won it. Phoebus always plays Kecoughtan tough, but if you're the number one team, you know everybody is taking pot shots at you. They let it all hang out. People seem to play better against the top-ranked team than they do against the team that's on the bottom. So we'll look for a real good game. Gene Jones, as you said, first-year head coach, has just done an outstanding job. He's brought up a kid from the JVs that will start tonight, and we will talk about that a little later on.
That first game was a 3-point victory for the Warriors. So certainly Phoebus, in spite of their record, can play with you, and that'll be the big test tonight to see if they can get a good start for the Phoebus Phantoms. Of course, Revis Conrad, the head coach, there you see him at the top of your screen of the Kecoughtan Warriors. His team enjoying great heights of success this year. 10-0 in the Peninsula District.
And you say that because of the two great heights they've got on the team, I'm sure.
Yes, they have, and those are two players we'll get to in just a moment. There you see the starters for the Phoebus Phantoms. Baldwin, Williams, Hardy, Fields, and Littlejohn are your starters for the Phoebus High School Phantoms.
And Littlejohn is a young man he brought up from the JVs that is starting tonight.
Revis Conrad's Kecoughtan Warriors with a couple of twin towers with Vershawn Ely and Faisal Abraham, both going in the 6'8", 6'9" category. This is Mr. Ely coming out on the court right now, number 50. Faisal Abraham, number 40. And Tony Jordan, so it'll be Jordan. David, check that, Macy Brooks, there you go, Macy Brooks 32. He and David Denton keep switching numbers on me here, so I got to keep up with them.
Yeah, Macy is now 32, and Denton is now 52. Last time we played, they had reversed the numbers, and they are messing us up. But as you saw, the starters is Macy Brooks, Chris Taylor, Vershawn Ely, Faisal Abraham, and Mr. Tony Jordan.
Remind you that in high school basketball, you have 4 8-minute quarters. There is no shot clock. And most of the rest of the rules are pretty similar.
And those are officials, Tim. We want to talk about them. The umpire is Tony Poston. The referee with the ball is Ray Keegan. And he will be the one that will start the game for the only jump ball in the contest, as you see him on the screen. In high school, they don't jump but one time, and that's to start the game.
Of course, if you ask how do you get jump balls and the like taken care of, that is done with the possession arrow as you do in college ball. Easily controlled by the Warriors. Looked like he might have hit it on the way up, but I won't get on the officials this early.
Well, you're not giving him any slack.
No, you can't cut him any slack. Kecoughtan in the home white with the green trim.
And I'm sure the reason you do that, Tim, is they're not going to know you after losing 30 pounds. They don't know who this Tim Cole is.
Quickly, David Denton. Macy Brooks. See, I got to change my scorecard here. Gets 2 points for the Warriors. This is Tito Fields with the ball. A kickball will give the ball back to the Phantoms.
Well, Kecoughtan came out into a 3-2 zone, Tim, or a 1-2-2, either way you want to look at it, but they got 3 men up front guarding the players for the Phantoms and just the 2 big men underneath. And almost threw the ball away and did cause a turnover.
Kecoughtan will bring it up. Tony Jordan, who quarterbacks both the basketball team and the football team. And the ball is thrown just a little too tall for Chris Taylor, out of bounds. The turnover will give it back to the Phantoms.
Well, if he had stayed where he was, that would have been a good pass, but he was breaking to the basket, making a move into the paint, and the ball just sailed over his head.
Young man with the ball, Mike Littlejohn, brought up, as you said, Bob, from the JVs, threw it away, but then the Phantoms get it right back.
That's, of course, number 32 that stole that ball for the Phantoms. That's Jimmy Williams.
Both teams off to a kind of a shaky start here.
Nice split of the double team.
Williams' shot won't go, and Vershawn Ely, with good position, is fouled on the play.
Well, it looked like they're going to call it close, Tim. If they do that at both ends of the court, fine. What really upsets the officials, and it used to upset me when I was coaching, is sometimes they don't call it consistent at both ends of the court.
Jordan forced the one-hander, and it doesn't go, so back come the Phantoms with a chance to tie with 6:23 left in the first. Littlejohn guarded closely by Jordan. Gives to Calvin Baldwin. Back to Littlejohn.
Well, the Warriors are back in a man-to-man now, so they didn't stay long in that zone, just giving Phoebus another look.
Larry Hardy's baseline pass for Baldwin is errant.
It looks like the Phantoms are a little bit tentative out there. They're not attacking the basket like they did over on their home court the first game I saw these two teams play.
Big man Ely gets the bucket. Vershawn Ely, averaging almost 14 points per game, gets his first basket. It's 4-0 Kecoughtan. And we've got a palming the ball violation against the Phantoms. Coming in for the Phantoms will be Kevin Robinson, replacing Littlejohn in the lineup for Gene Jones. Man-to-man full court pressure applied by the Phantoms almost caused the turnover.
Number 12 for the Phantoms, Tim, has got great speed. He caught that ball, almost caught that one. I don't have him down here. Who's number 12?
Tito Fields.
Tito Fields. There he is, there he is. Tremendous speed.
Ely spinning, shooting, and he is fouled by Baldwin. That'll be two quick ones on the big center for Phoebus.
And Vershawn waited and came down before he shot that ball. He was coming back down off his jump and drew the foul. The only thing that I've watched Vershawn do that I think that he needs to work on is when he gets the ball, he brings it down where the little man can get a hold of it. But outside that, the young man has really impressed me. He's got good hands. He catches the ball well. He has already signed to go to Tulane. Be playing in the Atlantic 10 next year. If I'm not mistaken. And I think Tulane's in Atlantic 10.
$5-0 in favor of the Warriors, and Ely makes that 6. He has 4. Phantoms are able to break that full court pressure applied by the Warriors. Fields and a jump ball. Good block in the middle of the lane.
I don't know if that was not traveling more than a jump ball. He hit the ball and he came down. He never had.
Quick whistle.
Yeah, that was a good job defensively by Tony Jordan.
Well, had he not had his hand on the ball and came down, then it would have been traveling. But since he did have a hand on the ball, I guess the official ruled a block. Underneath, Baldwin gets the first basket for the Phantoms, and they now trail 6-2. Warriors in first place on the Peninsula District. Tip no good. And the stick back is good by Abraham.
You see how many hands were over that rim, Tim? About 4 different players had their hands above the rim trying to get that ball.
Foul is charged to Jimmy Williams, number 32. Get a chance to watch this on the replay. The first attempt just rims out, and you'll see Abraham corral that rebound. And then you'll see him fouled as he put it back in. And then while we were away, Abraham connected on the free throw. 9-2.
A behind the back dribble by Vershawn Ely and a nice pass into his teammate for the quick basket.
Chris Taylor, his teammate, with that bucket. 11-2 is our lead now.
I don't want to make the other coaches in the district feel real bad, but Mr. Faisal Abraham's got a younger brother that's about 6'5", 230 playing on the JVs, Tim. Big kid.
I'd hate to see the grocery bill at the Abraham household that day. Baldwin with an arching shot.
Talking about the JVs, the JV team boys for Kecoughtan beat the Phoebus JVs today earlier. Richard Hall, the coach of the JV team, sits over there on the bench with Coach Revis Conrad, is a former player of mine at Bethel High School.
11-4 in favor of Kecoughtan. 3:20 remaining in the first. Baldwin, his shot is short. Ely throws a long baseball pass, and Chris Taylor just can't catch up with it.
Vershawn may have gotten that ball above the rim. I don't think he was going to hit the rim, but I think he may have gotten it above the rim. But nonetheless, turnover, ball goes back to the Phantoms.
Down by 7. Robinson's errant pass stolen by the Warriors. Tony Jordan is fouled on his way to the basket.
Tito Fields. Yeah, that's right, number 12.
Slow-mo Joe has this one for us. Jordan actually passing the ball, and for that reason it'll be a player control foul instead of a shooting foul. Jordan penetrates, banks it in from 13.
Nice shot.
Tony Jordan hits the scorebook. 13-4, up by 9 are the Warriors. Tito Fields from the free throw line can't get it to fall. Abraham skies. Morocco Brown, he's on the score column.
And we're going to have a quick timeout by Gene Jones. He doesn't like what's going on here. He doesn't like you get down by 11. You got to do something to get your team focused more on their offense. They've, as we see the last shot by Morocco, nice move here. Straight up, and look how he keeps his eye on the basket, Tim. Nice follow through by Morocco. But it just doesn't look like to me that the Phantoms are playing with any kind of confidence at all right now. They seem to be very tentative on the offensive end of the floor.
Morocco Brown, of course, just a sophomore. He is a very intricate part of the football team here at Kecoughtan. 2:06 remaining in the first period. It's been all Kecoughtan so far as they lead 15-4. Tito Fields. Two minutes to go, 15-4. Nice pass to Fields, can't get it to drop. Abraham kicks it out and it's knocked away. And they're going to say it belongs to the Phantoms. Good hustle by number 34, Kevin Robinson of Phoebus, sacrificing the body. Elton Gibbs, his pass picked off by Brown. Brown is fouled on the way to the hoop. He'll get 2 shots.
Well, that's a learning situation for Morocco. If he'd have taken one more dribble going underneath the basket, he would have drawn the foul and got it because he could have shot a reverse layup. But that's something that you learn as you play. But there was nothing wrong with the play he did. It's just that next time he will know that he can use the basket to help defend the defender.
I just think that was a true case that Gibbs wasn't going to give him an easy basket. He was going to have to earn it.
Well, and he also was shooting with his right hand, not protecting the ball, using his left hand. That makes a difference too. But it paid off because he didn't get to 2. And right now he's got one more chance to salvage 1 out of it anyway. Chris Taylor comes in, replaces Macy Brooks.
Brown at the free throw line. 2 points so far. And he hits 1 of 2. 12-point lead for Kecoughtan. Foul will be called. This one will go against Morocco Brown. That'll be his first. Player control foul.
And also in there right now, we got number 20 for the Warriors, Larry McIntosh, replacing Faisal Abraham. He got some, give him good time in that second quarter at Hampton the other night.
Ely with the rebound. Less than a minute to go, first quarter. "15-footer" is off by Jordan, chased down by Taylor.
Nice pass, nice pass.
Try it again, different result.
When you rotate the ball, you got that open spot right at the foul line. Macy found it that time, got a nice pass from McIntosh.
Three-point attempt is good by Elton Gibbs. 18-7. Morocco Brown chases it down, put it up short.
Well, he had just a couple seconds, and that was a great move, knowing how much time was on the clock.
So after 1 period of play, the Warriors lead 18-7. Bob, you want to talk about the player of the game?
Well, you read my mind.
It's kind of a messy place in there.
Yeah, we're going to pick a player of the game for both of these teams. We're going to present a plaque to each one of them, and this is a sample metal photo donated by DC Engraving, which is located in Times Square on Route 17. Dave Buckwalter is the proprietor out there, and this is just one of the many works of art that he uses. We're also going to give a t-shirt that'll have our logo on the back, Channel 5 logo, as we watch some of the replay. Have player of the game on it also. This is donated by Sports Place, located in Hampton Woods Plaza on Big Bethel Road, and the proprietor over there, my friend Dave Chubb. We appreciate the efforts of both these young men helping us recognize some of the athletes that we get a chance to televise this year.
Kecoughtan, leading by 11, will have the ball to start the second period. There you see a good look at Gene Jones, the first-year coach here at Phoebus High School.
He told me, he says, now if it gets real hairy, don't put the camera on me. I said, we'll get good shots of you, Gene.
Our ace crew always does. While we're giving some thanks to people, I want to thank Mike Keach and the ace crew over at the Daily Press for providing us with statistics for these two teams. Their assistance is invaluable. We would not be able to do nearly as well as we do without them to give us these statistics. So Mike Keach and all of his compatriots at the Daily Press, we truly thank you.
And we also want to thank the people over here at Kecoughtan, the AD Leonard Thomas and his people helping our people set up, and they just go out of the way to give us a hand, as all of the ADs and the staffs of all the high schools do, but especially since we're over here at Kecoughtan tonight, we want to thank Leonard Thomas.
Chris Taylor misses the first of two. Rattles this one in and out and goes 0 for 2 this time from the charity stripe. Kevin Robinson picked up at half court by Morocco Brown. Stolen. This is Tony Jordan. Jordan fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Thought he'd get that one to roll in, but it just came off the rim.
The Kecoughtan trapping man-to-man on this after they crossed the half court. As you watch the replay, just is really bothering the Phantoms. That was just a plain good heads-up man-to-man overplay by Tony.
So Jordan hits the first. He has 3 points. Scoreboard did not register the point. Was there a violation, a lane violation, Bob? Or?
There must have been something, because you're right. Oh, now it's up there. He's registered. It's 19.
And Jordan is able to connect on both. 13-point bulge for the first place Kecoughtan Warriors. Phantoms at the bottom of the heap at 2-9 and 3-7 overall. Stolen by Morocco Brown. Gets a pick from Ely. His shot comes up short. Ely tips it out to Brown.
Oh, you got Ely wide open in the basket, missed him.
That's Tony Jordan for the easy basket.
Well, he did a good job of running his man right into Rashawn Ely. Big man set a pick up at the top of the key, and Tony got the return pass from Abraham. A nice ball movement and offensive set there by the Warriors.
Morocco Brown called for his second personal foul as he was faked into the air and then came down on the Phoebus player. Player control foul. Tito Fields penetrates, has it deflected out. Robinson dishes off nicely.
Excellent look by Mike Robinson. And Phoebus is going into a man-to-man and caught Tony, press, caught Tony unaware, and he stepped back on the baseline, turned the ball over.
Baldwin now with 6 points unofficially. Get a chance to watch this again. There you see the steal.
And we get to see the back of the official. Nice feed by Mr. Robinson.
Abraham. This is Ely, and Ely took a step before he jammed it home. He got so excited, found himself wide open.
He was by himself, and he took a little skip step in there, traveled, but he was going to dunk it. There was no doubt about that.
That's what I always do just before I dunk it. I make that little step. And
I knew
the whistle
you do. I watched you do that.
So take the bucket away from Ely. He had a big smile on his face after that one. Abraham with the block. The pass behind Jordan. He catches up with it, however, and banks it in. So Tony Jordan averaging 7. Here you see Ely just took a little stutter step there, and that cost him the basket. You saw in your picture the official right on the play, calling it immediately. And back to the live action, canning the basket is number 32, Jimmy Williams. (24-11), 5 minutes to go in the half.
Well, that offense that the Warriors are running is a shuffle offense. You cut off of the pick set by the big man at the top of the key, and they're getting a lot of points off of that right now.
Tony Jordan has 10 points. He got the roll that time. Took forever for the ball to drop. Loose underneath, and we got a traveling call.
Give credit where credit is due. After the Fort Eustis tournament, good friend and neighbor of mine, Mr. Lester Sapp, used to coach basketball, had that in his repertoire, the shuffle offense, and he teaches over here at Kecoughtan, and he helped Conrad put that in, and they really polished it, and it's really starting to look good.
Chris Taylor with the last basket. That was Taylor who almost stole the ball for the Warriors. There you see our score, Kecoughtan 28-11. They led 18-7 after one. And have outscored Phoebus here 10-4 in the second period. Jimmy Williams, this inside for Tito Field, and then Tito just kicked it out of bounds.
Well, number 52, David Denton, is in the ball game now, so you can call his name.
That is Denton with the ball, or at least it was for a moment. Taylor is warming up.
He is really impressive tonight. He's very strong offensively, but his defense, as all these Warriors are playing real tough defense tonight.
Taylor averages a little more than 3.5 points a game. He's got 8. Tony Jordan will bring the ball up for Kecoughtan with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Abraham down low. Denton threw it up, no good. A foul away from the ball.
I think he called a foul on Denton on a hold. As he called him, he got an elbow from the young man he was obviously fouling and holding, and he didn't like that very well.
Open in the corner, the three-point attempt, no good. Denton with the board. Long lead pass. Chris Taylor left-handed in.
Nice look by Morocco Brown. Good pass.
So Chris Taylor now with 10 points. 16-footer. Tito Fields can't get it to drop. Last touch by Denton at the baseline. There you see the story of the ball game. 21-point lead. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, that could have been a 5-second call, and that's exactly what it was.
Gene Jones, there you see him in your picture, wants to take a timeout. And he'll get his timeout here with 2:26 left in the first half. 10 points each unofficially here in the first half for both Jordan and Taylor. For Kecoughtan, Abraham, who averages more than 14 a game, has only 3 points. 4 points for Ely, he averages 14. So the two big men for the Warriors really not coming to force here as you watch one of the young fans in attendance here. Sitting in the stands, we'll watch a little of the action while we're waiting for the timeout to end. This is Chris Taylor on the receiving end of a nice pass.
That was a perfect pass, Tim. He caught the pass, came down, and was able to go right up as you see the score. Kecoughtan is doing very little wrong. Phoebus just is not playing with much intensity right now. I don't know if they are thinking that they're not as good because of the record. They are a much better team than the record indicates. They've lost a lot of close games, and one of them just three-pointed to this undefeated Kecoughtan group. And there's a
young man with his popcorn. Wasn't about to give that up.
No way. That's my popcorn, fellas.
We encourage you to get out and support your local high school team. All the fans in attendance tonight having a good time, whether your team's ahead or behind. High school basketball, Ely connects, and he is fouled. So I say high school basketball is a inexpensive family entertainment. A great opportunity to get the family out on a Tuesday night and watch a high school basketball game. Enjoy all the things that go along with. Good crowd in attendance here tonight at Kecoughtan High School.
Now watch this replay. Ely gets the ball, nice move, goes up strong to the basket, and he gets hammered by two different ball players, but he kept his head up and his eye on the basket, Tim. That's why it went in.
Revis Conrad in your picture, the coach enjoying a great season here at Kecoughtan. 12-1 overall, ranked 4th in the state. And Ely 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Connects to make a 3-point play and a 24-point lead for his team. This is Gibbs, and Gibbs has 5 points, including a 3-pointer, the only one in the ballgame so far. Morocco Brown underneath the basket with a reverse layup, can't get it to drop. A minute 40 remaining. Good defense forces the turnover. Ely, and will it count? Yes.
And he was shoved, and I'm not sure that shouldn't have been a intentional foul.
Ely went down hard, but the big man comes up.
Well, he would have dunked that ball, Tim, but he did get a little help from behind.
Watch the replay here.
Well, he was going for the ball. Good call.
He really didn't get shoved very much there. It looks like Gibbs was just trying to get to the ball. So Ely, who went down hard, will get a second try because once the ball is in his hands, he can't step in the lane, even though the Phoebus player got back out of that lane. He committed the violation, so Ely gets a reprieve on the missed free throw.
.52 for the Phantoms come in. That's Tim Applewhite.
Replaces Jimmy Williams for Gene Jones's Phantoms. Ely still doesn't have the success he wanted, but Chris Taylor, ball is still loose. And what do we got? We're going to have a foul underneath. I said Chris Taylor, I meant to say Macy Brooks rather, number 32. Foul is against the Phantoms.
I didn't catch who it was against, Tim. We watched the replay of the missed shot. Nice job there by number 32, Macy Brooks. Twice going up, and then Abraham goes strong, misses it, and gets his own rebound, and is fouled this time. As he was going, he fouled before he shot the ball.
(39-13) in favor of the Warriors. Mike Littlejohn, brought up from the JVs, loses the ball. Tony Jordan, and he's fouled.
Well, Tony has just got too much experience defensively for this young man, Mike Littlejohn. He's really teaching him a lesson out here tonight about defense and protecting the ball. And if he's a young man, not hang his head down and learn from the situation, he'll be a much better ball player. You watch the replay. Tony keeping his head up and watching the ball all the way into the basket.
Applewhite called for the personal foul. Jordan 3 of 3 from the free throw line. And he's got 13 points unofficially here in the first half with 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining. On the way to the hoop was Mike Little, not to be confused with Little John. And he is fouled by Jordan. Mike Little averaging a little more than 8.5 points per game. Will go to the free throw line. You'll get a chance to watch the replay of the foul.
He got pretty much all ball, but
just enough of the arm to make the call. The officials have done a good job in this ball game, I think. Mike Little at the free throw line for his second shot. There you see a good look at Mike Little, a senior. 6'5" senior at that.
Nice tap in there by number 42 for the Phantoms, Tim.
That's Elton Gibbs with the tap in. Inside of 1 minute to go in the first half. Finally controlled by Little of Phoebus. Tito Fields, and Fields is fouled on his way to the basket.
That was by number 20, Larry McIntosh, trying to draw the charge.
Two shots coming. Here's your replay.
Phoebus is also struggling from the foul line. They haven't made many trips there, but they have yet to connect.
One out of 2 for Tito Fields. Half a minute to go.
Nice pass to Brown, but we do have a foul on number 30.
That's Mike Little again.
But you watch it on replay. Nice look at Morocco going hard to the basket.
It looked like he got the ball, but his body might have gotten.
Yeah, he may have got some
contact.
body.
Didn't look like it, but the official right on top of the play did not hesitate to make the call. Morocco Brown connects.
I see Morocco's got his right thumb taped pretty heavily. He must have strained it. That may be one of the reasons why he didn't start. He must have missed some practices or was not be able to practice as hard. But it hadn't affected his shooting touch.
3 out of 4 from the free throw line. He has got 5 points unofficially. Stolen away, Jordan. And what will the call be here? Just an out of bounds?
No call, out of bounds.
10 seconds to go. Gene Jones trying to figure out how he can change this game around for the Phantoms. All the way across the court. 3-point attempt. Short. And that'll do it for the first half as Kecoughtan led 18-7 after one period. And they lead 44-16 here at halftime over the Phoebus Phantoms. We'll return to Kecoughtan High School for the third period of action after a brief timeout. There you see the score at halftime as we watch some of the action from the first half. The Kecoughtan Warriors comfortably on top, 44-16 for the Warriors. Unofficially, they were paced with 13 points by Tony Jordan. He had 5 baskets and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. 10 points for Chris Taylor, all on 5 baskets. 9 points for Vershawn Ely, 6 points from the floor, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. And 5 points each for Morocco Brown. He had a basket and 3 of 4 free throws. And Faisal Abraham, who was relatively quiet in the score column, with 5 points, 1 basket, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line.
Well, he's got double figures in rebounds, Tim Abraham. He has really been a force on the board.
Elton Gibbs with 7 points to pace the Phantoms. He had a 3-pointer and 2 twos. 6 points for Calvin Baldwin. He had those early and didn't do much more. 2 points for Jimmy Williams on a basket, and 1 point for Tito Fields on 1 of 1 from the free throw line. So the Phantoms trailing badly here, 44-16 as we start the third period. Tim Cole and Bob Hintz coming to you from Kecoughtan High School. This game videotaped on the 28th of January, 1992. From way outside, a 3-pointer by Elton Gibbs, his second of the evening. That's one way to get your team back in the game. And Abraham has his pocket picked. Take it to the hoop and score. So quickly, Jimmy Williams and Elton Gibbs give 5 points to the Phantoms.
But you can't come out complacent. I'm seeing a Phoebus team that is showing a lot more aggressiveness.
I would imagine Gene Jones told him during the halftime something to that effect. Look, what do you got to lose?
And if you don't shoot the ball, you can't score any points. And you got to get the ball to shoot it. So let's go out and get the ball.
This is Tito Fields. Baseline. Fields will get it back, put it up, no good, and Jordan with the board.
Vershawn Ely continues his scoring quest. He gets the ball close inside. He's hard to stop. That Phoebus doesn't have anybody can match him size-wise.
11 for Ely. He averages almost 14. Baldwin at the baseline, guarded by Abraham. Abraham very smartly did not leave his feet. He just stood there and waited for Baldwin to make the move. Good defense. And
that's hard to do. It's hard not to go with the fake.
This is Chris Taylor. Abraham way outside. Throws the ball out of bounds, threw it away. A little less than 6 minutes to go in the third. 25-point lead for the Warriors. Gibbs misses, and we've got a foul underneath.
And that's on number 50, Tim, over the back on
Baldwin.
Yeah. He was over the back on Faisal Abraham going up for that rebound. As you can see the score at 5:47 to go in the third period.
Player control foul. Out come the Warriors. Baseline, nice block. Tito Fields with an in-your-face block. Inbounds pass all the way into the backcourt. Jordan chases it down.
Kecoughtan running that shuffle offense.
Rocco Brown will try a three-pointer. It's a little short. Faisal Abraham stuffs it back in. 7 points for Abraham, averaging more than 14. Fields drives, got too far underneath the basket, but drew the foul.
Oh, that's about all he was going to do is draw the foul, Tim. He got himself in a position he couldn't get the shot off. But they're going to call a non-shooting foul. Well, maybe, no, I guess it is a shooting foul.
Jordan picks up the personal. Get a chance to watch this again. You'll see Ely, first of all, forces him wide. Back to the live action. The ball is thrown away by the Phantoms.
One thing that you can't do is pick up your dribble out there at half court. If you do, defense can get in your face. They overplay on the other people, and you do what it just happened, throw the ball away. Very uncharacteristic of the Warriors. The good defense by the Phantoms. Number 42 for the Phantoms, Tim, made a nice move to Elton Gibbs.
He got dunked for his efforts, but he got the basket, and then a foul underneath the basket at the other end. We'll see this one again. Hassan Du Bois in the ball game called for the personal foul. A phantom foul, I might say. And in watching that replay, I'm still looking for it.
That'll bring the crowd to their feet. Nice pass for Morocco. Good timing by Faisal. Woo.
That was superb passing all the way down the court. They really did a nice job with that. Abraham with the high percentage shot. Gibbs can't hit. Back come the Warriors. Tony Jordan, nice pass to Abraham. And a foul before the shot. No,
he's calling walking. I didn't see the walk. Watch this pass from Morocco to Faisal. Oh, nice shot.
That was not the play that we just saw.
Nice camera crew.
That was, of course, the play that did count. The next one, a traveling call, was the official's call. 51-23. 3:11 to go. Knocked out of bounds by Jordan of Kecoughtan. Again, at the conclusion of the ball game, Bob and I will be picking players of the game. Unscientific selection of who we think were the outstanding individual players from each team. And a plaque and a t-shirt will be awarded to the winners. Blocked by Abraham. Abraham looks down court, wants to throw long, instead goes to Jordan, and he'll set it up. Earlier this day, the Kecoughtan JVs defeated Phoebus, while the Phoebus girls team handily beat the Kecoughtan girls team. Abraham with another rebound.
Nice spin move by Abraham. By Rashawn Ely. That was
Ely, for a 6'9" player, has some real smooth moves.
Well, he went behind his back earlier tonight with a dribble to get himself open for a shot.
And Ely this time is guilty of holding underneath. That'll be just his first personal foul. There you see Mr. Boo Williams there on your right side. You know who the man on the left is?
I don't know who that is, Tim, but I venture to say that he knows Boo.
Yes.
The guru of basketball on the peninsula.
Tito Fields will shoot from 12, doesn't get it, but the tip is good.
Number 32 for the Phantoms.
Jimmy Williams. Jordan double teamed, the ball knocked away, last touched by Phoebus.
Well, I'm impressed with the way the Phantoms are playing more aggressively. They sure did not do that the first half, and I'm sure that disappointed Gene Jones because they're playing Kecoughtan much tougher this half than they did the first half, but they dug themselves quite a hole.
Stoppage of play. I believe there was a wet spot on the court there. The official, always concerned about the safety of the players, wants to get a towel or something to dry that spot in this general area, I believe. And I think that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Nice lob into Vershawn.
So Ely with the easy turnaround bucket. 53-25 is your score. 1:10 to go. Third period. Kecoughtan trying to keep their unbeaten in the Peninsula District streak going, and I have to add that because they did get beaten one time
by Highland Springs, who was ranked just ahead of them in the polls.
That, of course, took place during the Christmas tournament up at Fort Eustis. Gibbs off balance shot. Robinson with the rebound, put it up and in. So Kevin Robinson gets a basket to get in the scorebook. Lead pass for Jordan. Decides to hold it up with 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter, rather. Brown draws the foul.
.42 is who he calls it on right there in your picture.
It's Elton Gibbs, his third. We'll see this again. Jordan, good pass to Brown. Brown driving the baseline, and Gibbs just got him with the body. Not a real flagrant situation, but enough to get the call. Rocco Brown is 4 out of 5 from the free throw line unofficially. That 5 out of 6, as he truly has the rhythm going. You can see from that rotation on the ball.
And you see the good shooters, Tim, always have great rotation on the ball.
Foul underneath.
34 for the Warriors. I believe that's Taylor.
Mike Little showing his persistence. Would not give it up. Taylor called for the personal. Here's your replay. You see Mike Little just sticking with it.
And out of nowhere comes Faisal to swat it away.
The foul committed before Faisal got the block. (55-28). Got the basket and the foul. Mike Little called for the personal. Chris Taylor adds 2 more to his total. We'll see it again. Watch. Jordan penetrates and dishes off. Taylor got the basket and drew the foul. Chance to complete the three-point play, and Taylor is a little short with that one. Taylor 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Brown tried to pass to Taylor a little bit behind him. Couldn't get the ball to him, so the buzzer sounds to end the third period. And we've played 3 from Kecoughtan High School, and the Warriors with 13 points in that period, and a like number for the Phoebus Phantoms. So they played even.
Well, that's what I was talking about. They're
third.
playing much better as a team this half, Tim. At least that third quarter. While we got this break between quarters, let me talk about the player of the game. We will be given a plaque to the player of the game donated by DC Engraving, which is located in Tab Square on Route 17. And our good friend out there, Dave Buckwalder, is the proprietor, and this is a sample of metal photo. It's a real nice looking plaque, and we appreciate all his efforts. And also we'll be giving a t-shirt to the player that we select as player of the game. And this is donated by the Sports Place located in Hampton Woods Plaza on Big Bethel Road. Dave Chubb is the man out there, and I tell you, we really appreciate all the efforts by these 2 young men. And there we can see that nice one-hand stuff by Faisal Abraham.
And that was set up by some real crisp fast break passing. You don't get any better than that on a fast break. They just boom, 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 and
2.
And 2, you're right. The high percentage shot, as I like to refer to it. Fourth period underway now. And Abraham has it knocked away underneath. It'll belong to Kecoughtan. This Kecoughtan team will travel to Bethel Friday night to take on Allen Iverson and the Bethel Bruins as Faisal gets the easy bucket on the inbounds pass. But I'm anxious to see this Iverson play basketball. I know what he can do on the football field.
Well, Tim, he'll amaze you. He can do so many things on the basketball field. He has just an outstanding athlete, but he's not alone. He's got another partner over there by the name of Tony Rutland, and these 2 young men are just sophomore guards for the Bruins, and they really complement each other, and it'll be a good game. They don't have the inside power that this Kecoughtan team has. If they can take away Kecoughtan's inside game, they can make a game. They're right now in second place by themselves.
And they have the firepower, boy. I believe Mr. Iverson had 39 points last time out.
Well, he had it against the Phoebus team, and Gene Jones says he was just beside himself. He said he just put on a show over there.
That's Friday night, and again, we encourage you to come out and support your favorite team, whether it be Phoebus, Bethel, Hampton, Kecoughtan, or any of the other fine teams on the peninsula. Support the teams. You'll really enjoy the evening out. It's an inexpensive way to spend the evening. Not to mention a fun time. Foul on the play. Foul is charged to Jimmy Williams. Tony Jordan will go to the free throw line. Williams just sticking with him. Not much of a foul, but he got him. Good look at Tony Jordan. Tony perfect from the free throw line tonight, 4 out of 4. 60-33 is our score. 6:52 remaining. Kecoughtan atop the Peninsula District standings as Jordan connects on both free throws. As you mentioned, Bob, coming into tonight's game at least, Bethel alone in second place at 9-2. Then be third in a tie with Hampton at 8-3. Should be an exceptional Peninsula District tournament coming up here in about 3 weeks.
And those of you that can need to get out there to Armstrong Fieldhouse out at Fort Eustis and watch some of these games.
Anderson.
Anderson.
Yeah, Armstrong, I knew you were thinking about Armstrong. That was, of course, the Hampton University.
Right. Number 32, Macy Brooks on a nice pass.
And an offensive foul is called.
On number 30 for the Phantoms, Tim.
Mike Little unofficially called for his 4th personal foul. Jordan averaging almost 15 points a game. He's got 15 tonight, so he's right on his average. Good move to the basket by Jimmy Williams. A tangle of bodies, and a foul will be called.
And the foul's on 34 for the Warriors, Kevin Robinson. Well, Kevin's not even in there. Oh, I'm sorry, 34 for the Warriors. That's Chris Taylor. Get the right roster here.
One out of 2 for Jimmy Williams. There's a couple of blonde little girls enjoying some of the beverage here at the Kecoughtan Gymnasium. Up and in from Chris Taylor. Good feed underneath. 65-34. Less than 6 minutes to go in the 4th. And the Phantoms throw it away. David Denton in the ball game for Kecoughtan, replacing Macy Brooks.
We got a whole host of substitutes by the Warriors, getting a brand new team in there.
We'll try and pick up some of these players for you. Aaron Watson, number 12. Charles Moore, number 10.
Number 30.
Matt Dyke, number 30 in the ball game. So Revis Conrad will give some of the...
And number 42, Ronzo Schuler.
So say Revis will give some of the guys who don't get a chance to play as often. I don't like to call them the subs or the bench guys.
That's the second unit.
Second unit, there you go.
And we can start thinking about player of the game, at least for the Kecoughtan side. Vershawn Ely had a great game. Chris Taylor had a great game, as did Tony Jordan. I'm kind of leaning towards Vershawn Ely. I think that he just kind of dominated inside him and Faisal Abraham.
I'm going to go with Tony Jordan on tonight's game. He to me was again the general on the floor. We may have to throw this one back to the man for a tiebreaker. But I like the way he played, and certainly the other gentlemen you referred to were strong candidates as well. And we emphasize our selection of player of the game is not a scientific process here, folks. We just kind of try and think about who impressed us, the way they played, and go with that. I think that was Gibbs that just connected on that one. He's got 10, 16, and he right now is looking like my player of the game for the Phantoms.
And that's kind of who I was headed for, was Elton Gibbs, and I think we won't have any argument on that side.
Yep.
I'm going to have to hit you below the knees on the other side.
We'll watch the replay of that last action. Nice bounce pass. And coming over, crashing on the board was Mike Little. So Elton Gibbs will be our player of the game for Phoebus. And we'll have to come up with a tiebreaker from the man here. We got Vershawn Ely as one choice and Tony Jordan as the other.
Of course, since I'm a big man, never was a ball handler, I kind of lean towards those guys that do all the dirty work underneath and don't get the glory of handling the ball. But Tony's had an outstanding game. There's no doubt about that.
So you got Scotty, you say Tony? All right, well, that breaks the tie.
How come Scotty always goes with you? Always goes with you.
We eat lunch together.
Okay, now we know. I'm going to start telling some tales about Scott in his locker when he was over there at WVEC.
That's right, he goes with you during football season.
Oh, okay. It's getting just a little ragged right now, but
fans enjoying it, that's what counts. Got your second unit out there for the Warriors. Nice penetration and the score for Charles Moore. So Tony Jordan will get our player of the game. Certainly Vershawn Ely and many others could have been considered. Chris Taylor had a real strong game. And Elton Gibbs will get the award for the Phantoms. A couple of three-pointers, and by far the most consistent player out there tonight for Phoebus. And the ball doesn't go. In fact, a charge, I believe.
He called an offensive charge against number 42, Tim, but that was well after the contact and the shot was gone. Little delay action there.
Phantoms bringing in some additional second unit players. Elliot Jones, number 44, comes in for Phoebus. Antoine Winston also in the ball game.
Tim Taylor, number 14 for the Warriors, checks in.
Kevin Little.
As does number 44 for the Warriors. and that's
Calvin
Damon
Baldwin.
Phillips. Pardon?
Calvin Baldwin scores for the Phantoms. Number 50. Knocked away from behind by Jones. 3:22 remaining, 69-38. Kecoughtan with this game in hand. Charles Moore looking to set it up. Matt Dyke couldn't get it to fall. "13-footer in off the glass for Damon Phillips."
That's one of those, oh, too hard, nice shot.
Really? That's the way I shoot him. Well, it might never go in. Got a foul underneath. Bob, you're going to try and get a chance to chat with Revis Conrad at the end here. 2:37 remaining. We invite you to stay tuned for that as Bob will scurry across the court for a quick word or two. At the free throw line will be Damon Phillips for 1-1. A little too strong, but the stick back is good by Lorenzo Schuler.
You know, if you're Revis Conrad, you got to feel good that you get your second unit out there and they get very aggressive for you.
Littlejohn can't get it to fall. Charles Moore in heavy traffic.
Turned the wrong way and everything, Tim.
Just
what
the way
a
I
shot
would.
by Damon Phillips.
That's the way I'd do it. 75-38 as Phillips with a couple of baskets. Stolen by Charles Moore. And then stolen back by the Phantoms, Dwayne Alston. Or Dwayne. 1:45 left in a game that will advance the Phantoms, the Warriors rather, to a 11-0, 13-1 overall. And the Phantoms will fall to 2-10, 3-12 overall. Again, we encourage you to get out Friday night and catch some of the Peninsula basketball action going on around the peninsula. You'll have the game will be Bethel and this Kecoughtan team from Bethel High School Friday the 31st, but some other fine games in the area, so get on out and support your local high school basketball team. The boys and the girls very much deserve your support. The second unit for Kecoughtan getting a chance to work some of the plays they worked so hard on in practice against the first unit.
Well, they're running that shuffle offense. Well, that wasn't part of the shuffle.
We've got a foul inside.
The foul is on number 30 for the Warriors.
Kevin Little connects and will get the bonus.
And here's a good example of a little bit of inexperience. The Warriors stopped his dribble out at half court. The defense plays overplay. It's hard to get the ball in. You end up turning the ball over.
1:02 remaining in the ball game. Phillips is fouled.
Good pass to Damon Phillips.
Two shots coming for Phillips, who came in the game and has picked up 4 points. Rebounded by the Warriors. Moore will fire it up. No good. Alston for the Phantoms. The basket will count and a foul. Elliott Jones gets the bucket. .28 seconds remaining in the ball game. 75-43. Stay tuned, if you will. At the end of the game, Bob will have a quick word with Revis Conrad and whoever else he can find. Kevin Little gets a second shot. Three seconds to go. Kecoughtan looking to that big game Friday night against the second place Bethel Bruins.
Basket didn't count, Riley.
1 second to go. The long shot doesn't go. And the final score, again, is 75-43. The Kecoughtan Warriors up their record to 13-1, 11-0 in the Peninsula District. And Phoebus falls to 2-10, 3-12 overall. There you see Bob and head coach Revis Conrad. Have a word with him in a minute.
Yeah. Hey, Tim.
Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Tim, I got Tony Jordan here. Tony, defensively, you guys just never let let Phoebus get into their offense.
Well, every week, in practice, we try to work hard on defense, and we figure defense is the biggest aspect of our team. So we got there and try to beat you defensively, not offensively, and that's how we get most of our points, playing good, solid defense.
Well, you did it tonight. You also, I noticed a little wrinkle, that offense that you're on, the old shuffle, looks real good. You got some nice baskets off.
Yeah, we've been working on that time to time through practice, and we've had it in for a while. Really got to the point now where we're starting to run it effectively and started running all the way through, and we're getting some good, easy buckets off of it.
Well, it's nice to have the big kids underneath the basket to rebound for you.
Yeah, Vershawn and Fi do a great job, and Macy and Chris, they chipping on the boards too, and they do a great job down low.
Well, I tell you, congratulations.
Appreciate
You're player
it.
of our game,
Thank
and
you,
I'll
I
have
appreciate
another
it.
T-shirt for you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
All right, Tim, let's go back to you, and I'll get a hold of the coach, Phoebus.
All right, thank you.
Well, here he is. That didn't take me long.
No, that was
Coach,
quick.
I was impressed with the way your defense took Phoebus right out of their game plan.
They did a very good job. Defense is how we're going to try to win ball games.
Well, and they did, but Phoebus, they just didn't look like they got any cohesiveness until the second half.
No, they didn't. They played much better the second half. I felt like we played a real good first half. I felt like we played okay the second half. Fourth quarter, I thought the group in there fourth quarter did a good job.
Well, they really did. I know you got to be pleased with the way Vershawn has just kind of entered your team like he'd been playing for 2 years or 3 years with you.
Yes, he's done a very good job. I thought Faisal had a good ball game tonight, and I thought Tony had an excellent ball game. I thought Chris did a good job tonight, and Larry.
Well, we had a hard time picking it. Tim and I had to go to the truck to break the tie, but we picked Tony. But we're looking forward to seeing you guys over at Kecoughtan over at Bethel Friday night.
Well, I'm looking forward to going over there. They got a real good ball club with Iverson and Rutland. They do a real good job, and they can shoot the eyes out of it. We're just going to try to defense them a little bit if we can. Pretty hard to defense.
Yes, it is. Well, listen, congratulations
Thank you very
on the
much.
fine thing. We'll see you Friday.
Thank you.
Okay, Revis. Tim, let's go on back over to you.
All right, thank you, Bob, and our congratulations to Revis Conrad as his team is victorious tonight, and certainly won't hurt their number 4 ranking in the state with this fine 75-43 victory over the Phoebus Phantoms. They had a good spread in the scoring column with Ely unofficially 13 points, 15 for Jordan, 14 for Taylor, 11 for Abraham, 7 for Brown. They spread it around so that you just can't concentrate on any one player. Good team effort by the Kecoughtan Warriors, and a better day to come for the Phoebus Phantoms and Gene Jones. The final score again, the Kecoughtan Warriors 75, the Phoebus Phantoms 43. For Bob Hintz and the entire crew, thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.